everyone, and welcome back to Super Mario Bros. On the Super Nintendo. I am One Wild Sheep, and this is World 4-1, which is yet another level that I would recommend speedrunning. Why? Because you got this new guy in the sky known as Lakitu, and he's going to throw spiky shells at you, and those spiky shells are spiked sort of like Goombas. Not Goombas, Koombas. Let's say Goomba and Koopa together. So like spiky Koopas, and basically what they do is nothing. They walk left and right, and if you touch them in any way, you'll die. So don't touch them, just run to the end of the level as fast as you can, and you should be safe. And I can't believe I missed that jump. I had a lot of issues when I was playing this game where I just missed jumps. I just wouldn't push the button in time. It's weird. But anyway, in this part, we're gonna be finishing off this game. We're gonna kill King Bowser and destroy him because Luigi is #1. He will soon learn the might of Luigi Mario. Yahoo! Oh yes. So yeah, now we're gonna move into World 4-2, which is yet another underground stage. For the most part, the underground stages aren't that difficult in particular, but one thing I see a lot of people have issues with are these three Goombas by here. And all you need to do is, when you have a super mushroom, break 2 blocks high above you, and then you can quite easily jump on all 3 Goombas without an issue. I've seen so many people not be able to do that before, where they'll just try and hit the Goombas, but because of the way the mechanics work, they'll bounce off the roof and get killed. Well, they won't get killed, but they'll lose their super form. So yeah, be sure to do that. Whenever you use a fire flower, it's very wise to take advantage of the situation and just burn everything as soon as you see it. It's very useful power-up actually. It's one of those power-ups that's always been useful. It's one of the most useful power-ups in nearly every Mario game to date. The exception being Super Mario Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2, where they gave it they made it a timed power-up, and it was, to be frank, useless. I didn't like the Fire Flower in Mario Galaxy games. But hey, let's just continue moving on once there's a stage complete. And you might have seen the black beetle type enemies in that stage as well. Those are buzzy beetles. They are like Koopas, but you can't fireball them. So they're basically Koopas you can't burn and destroy. So they're still quite easy to deal with. You also have new red Koopas. Red Koopas. My god, I'm getting the words mixed up on all the enemies. And the red and green different types of Koopas have their own varieties. The red ones will walk back and forth on a platform, and the green ones will walk off platforms. So the green ones, think of them as lemmings, and the red ones, think of them as patrol guards? Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with patrol guards. I like the sound of that. Anyway, anyone that's played the new Super Mario series would actually be quite recognize the level aesthetics by here, the mushroom heights, as I like to call it. And there's an aesthetic that sort of only existed in this Mario game, and then years later they just sort of gave it back in new Super Mario Bros. On the DS. I don't understand why they brought it back. I don't mind it though, it's a nice level theme. Not that it really makes a difference in the original Mario Bros. All the level themes, even though the levels have different themes, they're all practically the same thing. But anyway, this castle by here is actually a maze castle. Now you heard that little ding noise. That's to indicate I went the right way. Basically follow the route I'm going and you'll be able to get through this just fine. It doesn't take that long to figure this maze out. However, if you're playing this on the original NES version, the little jingle to let you know that you're going the right way doesn't exist. So you will need to actively think on the original NES version. Hold on, did I take the right way? Which ones did I go wrong? And this game actively tells you, hey, you did this right, good job! And that's why Luigi prefers this version. Another reason is because it just looks nicer. I was originally going to LP the original version though, but due to some technical issues, like I couldn't get the picture quality good enough that I'd watch it. Because one rule that I have about my LPs is if I wouldn't watch the LP, I won't release it. I have to watch it through and make sure that I'd enjoy it. So there's a general rule of thumb for most people trying to start LPs anyway. Not that it really matters, I'm not exactly a big channel at the minute, at the time of this recording. But anyway, this stage we're introduced to bullet bills. Now these bullet bills are basically bullets. Who'd have thunk that? And what they'll do is they'll just basically shoot towards whichever area you are. You can jump on top of them, and you'll kill them. But they are very awkward enemies in that they can shoot at random. If you're nearby where they're getting shot from, there's a chance you get hit. If you jump up at them from the wrong angle, you'll get killed, like I almost did there. And they are very annoying to deal with. That little trampoline thing that I just used then as well, you need to push the jump button at pretty much the right time to be able to use it. So whenever you see the trampoline, push the jump button right as you reach the bottom, and you'll be fine. And that enemy there is a Hammer Brother. I hate Hammer Brothers with a passion, especially in this Mario game. Hammer Brothers are your worst nightmare in this game. They are the hardest enemy. And you know the final boss is technically Bowser. I consider the Hammer Brother that you see before Bowser to be the final boss. I'm serious. I am dead serious. The Hammer Brothers are that big an issue. Anyway, hidden health mushroom there. Health mushroom? Super mushroom there if you need it. For the most part though, this stage, still not too bad. It is around this point where the game starts to get a lot more challenging. World 6 and 7 are where things are really going to go a bit whoa. And it's around this point in the original NES game where they sort of lost budget, I guess, because the entire stage is grey and the only colour will be you. It's really weird in the original NES version. I think it's in this level actually where everything's grey. It's mad. Could be wrong though. But anyway, this stage is exactly the same as World 1-2. Through and through. With the exception of there's now bullets being shot at you. And the moving platforms you meant to jump on, they move they're a lot smaller. They move the same speed, they're a lot smaller, so they're harder to jump on. And that's basically it. The stage, boring, we've seen it before, la-di-da. I'd skip it, but it's part of the game, unfortunately. Although you do need to be careful of these bullet bills, because sometimes you'll have to make an awkward jump, and you will jump into them. I have done it so many times. They are very evil enemies to deal with. And it's time to move into the castle yet again. Now at this point in the game, you'll also see some of these castles will start to repeat areas. Like some of the areas from earlier castles will repeat in a castle coming up, and so on and so forth. These castles aren't all exactly original, shall we say. They all have their own unique nuances that are taken from some other castles. Quite annoying. But hey, it's the first in the series, and it's one hell of a first in the series. This isn't the first Mario game ever made, mind you. The very first Mario game made was Donkey Kong, not Mario Brothers. It was originally Donkey Kong on the arcades. And that was actually ported to some of the home consoles as well. And Luigi's first game was actually Mario Brothers on the arcade as well. And if you got Super Mario 3D World, well, you'll be able to play a modified version of Mario Brothers, the original arcade game, where you can play as Luigi as player 1. It's practically exactly the same, but, you know. Thank you, Luigi. I can't do Toad's voice. I'm sorry. I can't. I'll just stick with Luigi. At least Luigi is a voice I can do. I can do a Mario, but screw Mario. It's all about Luigi this time. And I'm sorry for anyone's ears, because I think I peaked when I said that, so I need to do some audio editing. Yay. But anyway, I don't like this level. Lakitu is a pain in a stage, and whenever you see Lakitu, or at least whenever I see him, I always get the urge to run as fast as I can to try and kill him. However, not try and kill him, to try and get away from him. You can kill Lakitu though. You can kill him. If you have a fire flower, you can burn him with a fire flower, you know, the fireballs. And if you can jump high enough, you can actually boop him in the face, which will hurt him, because obviously booping enemies in the face is your primary attack in this game, so I'd be surprised if it didn't hurt him. The only one it won't hurt is Bowser. Actually, yeah, that's the only enemy you can't kill by booping in the head, I think. And the piranha plants, which are designed to be pretty much obstacles anyway, so I don't know, just, yeah. I do like the nighttime theme this level has going for it though, I will admit. It looks quite nice. Anyway, these things by here I haven't explained yet are BaaaaAAAHhhh. Basically they have wings, they'll start trying to jump on the floor, they can Goomba you. What I mean by Goomba you is they'll jump on your head, and it's not cool. That little beanstalk will either take you to a warp room or a bonus area. I can't remember which. I think it's a bonus area. I know I'm not showing off everything in this game because I can't be bothered. This is a timeless classic, and like I said, this is a game I feel that every person should play at least once in their life. So as such, I don't care. I'm not showing off everything, I want you guys to play it. Speaking of which, I actually was trying to get a health item that was hidden in one of those blocks. However, I couldn't make the jump, sadly. It was very awkward to jump to make. So there's that, and I actually died by here on one of my first playthroughs of the game because I was running along as fast as I can, and I just jumped, and I didn't realize there was a pipe in the middle of the staircase. So I just jumped into a piranha plant, and boom, the piranha plant had a nice lunch. It was quite a good compliment when Luigi heard that Luigi was good food. Eat that, Mario. Shut up, Mario. Oh, that was a horrible, horrible jump. Every now and then I'll do a jump that's that stupid where I'll just sort of wee into a pit. It's always in this game I tend to do that the most. Like all the later Mario games, I tend to get better at as time goes on. Like Mario Brothers U, no, and Super Luigi U. I heard people saying it's one of the hardest Mario games out there. No, it's not. I don't know whether it's because I'm used to the controls in the newer games as opposed to the older ones, but I feel like it's easier. I can control him more. Like I have issues controlling Mario and Luigi in this game in particular, just because I can't get used to the mechanics. Because like the Mario game I played the most, that was horrible. The Mario game I played the most when I was younger was Mario World, and Mario World has literally ultimate control, as I should say. It's like perfect controls. And you do need to really manage the momentum and jumping inertia over this. I mean, it's somewhat realistic in the fact that if you jump forward, you can't instantly snap back. You can't sort of control yourself in midair. I think you can try and slow your momentum down while you're in the air, which helps to make jumps, but it's still very awkward to do. Anyway, World 6-4. Time to take on Bowser. Alright, Bowser. It's time for you to show. No, it's time for Luigi to show you exactly what is up. Oh no, 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 no! I meant to do that. It's to show how pro Luigi is. Yes, that's right. But you might recognize this section directly from, I think it's Castle 1. And they basically retook everything from Castle 1 by here and just added a couple of extra fire bars, and that's about it. Like I said, they reuse things. But World 6 Castle, Bowser gets a new move, he throws hammers at us. And you deal with him the exact same way. Although whenever Bowser does have the hammers, the best way to deal with him is when he jumps, because he jumps periodically, to run underneath him. Because if you jump over him when he's throwing a hammer, you need to be lucky to get through. Let's just say that. Or very, very good timing, like you need to be godlike at timing. But anyway, World 7, and this is pretty much where I start to get frustrated with the game. Because this stage, I don't know how I survived that, is basically bullet bill hell. This is Toho in Mario form. They shoot bullets at you from every which way, and sometimes if you kill Hammer Brothers in these two sets of blocks, whenever they're usually jumping up and down throwing hammers at you, you can find a hidden power-up in that set of blocks, but there wasn't one, but you can find them if you look hard enough in some of these. I usually don't try and care because I just want to get through to the end without much of a fuss. And I could have got a fire flower if that bullet bill didn't hit me. Ugh. Frustrating, how very frustrating. But here's another area where you can do the one-up trick as well. So if you're low on lives, do the one-up trick if you know how to do it. I've only successfully ever pulled it off once in this game, and I just don't want to do it again because it's awkward as hell. I can do it in later games just fine. Yet another thing I'm better at in the later games. And not another one! Miyamoto, it's like he wants to give me a hernia. I don't like water levels. And sometimes I don't mind them. Like, they can be good. Like, Mario 64 did water levels good. But the 2D games, the water levels are like just not fun. They're just too stressful. Ugh. Oh, I'll just try your best to swim through everything. That's all I can say. There's always a couple of types of Cheeps, and they move at different speeds. Can't tell you which Cheeps are different. Actually, no, they move at the same speed. I'm thinking about later games in the series. Alright, that makes sense. Just watch out for the bloopers. Very annoying things. That's probably why they're called bloopers, because they cause a hell of a lot of bloopers. Did you get my pun? Did you get it? Did you get it? Oh, God. Anyway, here's the end of World 7-2. And what's the next level, you might ask? Well, I'm wondering that myself, because I can't remember. I only recorded this yesterday as well, that's the problem. I always find the levels in it... Oh, it's another cheap level. I find the levels in this game not to be too memorable, I have to say. Mainly because they all sort of blend together. They're not all practically the similar sort of deal as we've seen all the way through. But anyway, by here, do the same thing as in the last cheap section, but be careful because now they've included Koopa shells on the platform, so you can quite easily run into a Koopa shell. Slow down when need be by letting go of the button, and jump on the Koopa shells or jump over the Koopas to get by. Still, very easy stage, it's just a lot harder due to the fact you have to slow down and the actual fish may clip you and may turn you small. Which is always annoying when it happens because the castle is right there. The game's on to me. Oh, Christ. Anyway, it's time to take on Bowser. Alright, maybe this one's a real Bowser. Maybe Peach is in this castle, right? 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 Well, it doesn't matter anyway, because this is another maze castle. Again, just like in the previous maze castle, follow the exact same path I'm going. And whenever you see a small gap, like those gaps up there, you can actually run straight over them. Basically, how you do that is you run and you go over them. You don't have to jump, you just run and you'll walk over them because the gaps are so small. You're not likely, the momentum will carry you through. Anyway, this is what I was on about running underneath Bowser. He'll jump, you run underneath him, and trust me, it's probably the best tactic you can have to take him on. Alright, let's have a look here. Oh my god, why are you so small? What is wrong with you? What is Koopa feeding these people? I do not like the look of this. Does Luigi have to beat this game? Fine. Anyway, World 8. This is where the game's difficulty really sets in, and for the most part, 8-1 is an easy stage. It's a really easy stage, but you do need to be quick. The timer is, well, the stage is the longest stage in the entire game, and the timer, if you don't use the run button at all, isn't enough. You need to run to get past the stage, at least a little bit. So just go as fast as you can, kick Koopa shells and knock enemies out of your way whenever possible, and be careful of the Koopa shells, because if they hit a pipe that's in front of you, then chances are it'll bounce back and hurt you, so be careful of them. Anyway, as you can see in the third block, but in those lines that my commentary is going behind the gameplay. Oh my god, stop playing so fast. But basically in the third block in that line of blocks there was an invincibility star. Very easy to miss, but I recommend getting it so you can plow through enemies as quick as physically possible. And here we go, here's the end of World 8-1. So now it's time to finish off World 8 and finish off the game. Da 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 da. Yes, shoot some fireworks for Luigi. Now, World 8-2 is actually a good level because you can actually technically get unlimited tries to do the stage. Why? Well, if you mess up, there is a way for you to actually gain a lot of 1-ups. Now, why am I on about lots of 1-ups? Well, by here, in the second block, there is a 1-up mushroom, and basically break the block and then you need to run to the end with it. I don't know if it despawns if it goes off screen, it does in the original version of the game. But there you go, there's a 1-up, just grab that whenever you can. And trust me, it is recommended in this stage because this stage is actually quite a tricky one. And that's why you can get pretty much unlimited. Assuming you can get through the entire first segment of this level just fine, then you'll be able to do this 1,000,001 times. And Luigi will love you a long time because you're playing as Luigi. And in the case you're playing as Mario, Fuck you, okay? Fuck you. But anyway, let's just continue moving onwards. World 8-2 isn't that bad a level in comparison to World 8-1. And we're pretty much, well, we are at the end of the stage now. But World 8-3, folks, is the hard one. World 8-3 is basically Koopa's fortress. We are on the front lines of the battlefield now, folks, where we need to take on Koopa himself. We need to stop the king. And we will need to rescue the princess of the Mushroom Kingdom. I don't know where the king of the Mushroom Kingdom has ever been, because I don't think I've ever seen him once in my life. Seriously, why is Peach a princess? She's ruling things. She might as well be the bloody queen, but oh, no, no, no. Ugh, what did I just went into a mini rant with Luigi voice, okay. But anyway, whenever you get into the stage, grab this power up right here. You're going to need it. This stage is awful. Well, it's not awful. The stage is awkward. Because they're filled with hammer brothers everywhere and bullet bills everywhere. And as you can see in the background, we are at literally the front yard of Koopa's fortress. We are at the very final stretch. And Koopa's fortress is actually quite interesting in this one, in that there isn't a lava moat or dark skies. It's literally like a castle in the day, like normal castles really are. So it's kind of weird like that. But anyway, these hammer brothers, I hate them. What you want to do to get past these guys is basically wait for them to jump, then run underneath them. Or in the instance that you get hit, just say screw it, use your invincibility frames and fly straight past as quick as you can. There we go. It's me and you, Koopa. It's me and you and the princess. And I'm pretty sure she doesn't want to have a three-way. I'd be up for that. Because I'm Luigi. I'm that awesome. But anyway, let's go and start this off. And as you can tell in the background, windows. And I like the little lightning effect that goes on whenever you're in the stage to give you that sense of, yes, I'm at the end. I mean, this is the final battle. It's Luigi's time to shine. And for the most part, this stage is identical to the original NES version. But graphics. And every time you go past a lava pool, that's basically your hint to where to go. This is basically a gigantic maze of a castle. Every time you reach a lava pool, it's the pipe after the lava pool that you need to go into. So press down on each of these pipes, go through them, and we'll be moving on our way. And what the fish? How are they alive in lava? Okay. What a level! I don't want... What? Luigi doesn't like this castle. It scares Luigi. Why is there fire underwater? This doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. Why is there fire underwater? Oh god. But yeah, this is actually quite a fun castle. It's not too difficult, not too easy. I find it easier in some of the earlier castles, to be honest. And this right here is the final boss of the game. Jump over him. And there's Bowser. It's me and you, big guy. It's me and you. And now it's just me. Bye-bye, Koopa. And there we go. We have completed Super Mario Bros. On the Super Nintendo. A fantastic, fantastic game. If you've never played this before, trust me, go out of your way to play it. You can get this on pretty much anything these days that's Nintendo based. Like, it's available on the Wii. You can gain this version on the Wii as well through the limited edition Super Mario All-Stars disc. It's on the Super Nintendo, it's on the original Nintendo, and I think it's on the Wii U and 3DS as well. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this LP. I have, and this is Luigi's moment of triumph. Do not ruin this for Luigi. I will see you all again. Thank you all for watching. Catch you again. Bye!